East 10 Nordics looks to be one of the most exciting games from Falcom yet, as it brings a new twist to the combat that East has brought to the table for decades. In fact, the latest entry in the East series appears to be one of the largest scale RPGs ever developed by the studio. Recently, Final Weapon had the opportunity to attend a Nice America preview event for East 10 Nordics and discover what really lies in stores for players this fall. Set in the Obelia Gulf after East 2, a 17-year-old Adol Kristen embarks on a journey that takes him across vast seas of the Nordics. Alongside his companion Dogi, Adol heads into Karnak, a major trade hub and town situated in the Gulf. The two learn about the Balta Sea Force, the pirates that rule over various islands in the Gulf, and the daughter of the pirates' navy leader Karja Balta. She and her father, Grimson, are already well versed in the use of mana, which is an element that will bind Adol and Karja's fate together by a literal thread. Since Adol and Karja become bound by a mana thread, the two characters can't go very far from each other. This sets up an interesting dynamic between the curious red-haired adventurer and the ruthless but beautiful pirate princess as they both work together to find a way to remove their mana cuffs. Moreover, the two will battle against the Grieger, zombie-like creatures that threaten the entire Gulf. Although the preview only contained a brief sample of Chapter 4, it's clear that the story of East 10 Nordics is going to be eventful. East games previously used a 3-man party system, with an additional 3 characters in reserve. With Adol at the helm, players switch between characters seamlessly in combat to strike enemy weaknesses and perform flashy moves. East 10 Nordics marks a departure from this tried and true system, with Adol and Karja being the only playable characters throughout the entire game. Players can still seamlessly switch between Adol and Karja in solo mode, but it's clear that you will need to approach enemies a little differently. As usual, Adol is a swift striker with a variety of special attacks in his arsenal. Karja is a hard-hitting axe wielder that will greatly impact enemy defenses, so those who switch between the two against the right enemies will be very effective. East 10 Nordics introduces a unique duo mode, which lets players control both players simultaneously. While in duo mode, the revenge gauge will fill up, allowing Adol and Karja to unleash combined skills and deal increased damage. This will prove useful for knocking down the defenses of really strong enemies and bosses, but it should be used wisely in order to avoid certain defeat. In addition to solo mode and duo mode, Adol and Karja can take advantage of mana actions: Mana Swing, Mana Ride, Mana Burst, and Mana Sense. These abilities allow the duo to swing to out-of-reach locations, travel and skate across the world, unleash fire and ice elemental attacks, and uncover finer details and secrets respectively. Adol and Karja are highly mobile and reactionary to their world, thanks to these mana actions. Alongside mana actions, Adol and Karja may use the power of mana to strengthen themselves and unlock and enhance new abilities. Adol and Karja each have a release line, a lengthy list of abilities and bonuses that can be unlocked by mana points. As Adol and Karja level up, they will both have more nodes and abilities that can be unlocked. In addition, mana seeds acquired throughout the game can be placed in nodes to gain additional bonuses and abilities. Mana seeds encourage a sense of build crafting, since you're able to insert ones that cater towards specific bonuses like greater attack damage and sturdier defense. As a result, release lines appear to be one of the most extensive upgrade systems ever introduced in the East series. The preview event gave us a first look into the scale of the Obelia Gulf in East 10 Nordics, and it's quite expansive. Once more, East fans can explore the world and uncover parts of the sea chart, with progress for each region being tracked as a percentage. To navigate the vast waters, Adol will set sail on the Sandras, a large ship with various amenities. Adol and Karja are not alone on the Sandras, as they are joined by other Obelia Gulf denizens and companions they met along the way. During the course of the playthrough, more and more crew members will join the Sandras, which will, in turn, unlock new features and quests. The Sandras is outfitted with various weapons, allowing it to combat enemy fleets. Ship combat is a vital element for overall exploration, as defeating enemy fleets and initiating recapture battles will allow Adol and Karja to retake land ruled by the Grieger. Battling and clearing enemy fleets will grant bonuses before the duo heads into the battle on foot. Then, Adol and Karja will head into the recapture dungeon to clear out more enemies, including the Grieger boss at the end. Similarly to raid battles from past East games, the player will receive tiered rewards based on the score and rank they receive at the end. East 10 Nordics is gearing up to be an amazing RPG from Falcom if it can deliver a compelling story alongside its exciting game mechanics. So far, this appears to be the case with East 10 Nordics, and I'm intrigued with where the lore about the Grieger and Obelia Gulf is going. The new duo mode and mana mechanics also bring an interesting twist to the core East gameplay fans have come to know and love. For completionists, East 10 Nordics will offer plenty of incentives, including trophies for charting the seas and the returning Nightmare difficulty level. In total, East 10 Nordics should provide roughly 60 hours of gameplay for those wanting to get through the story first and foremost, while those wanting to see everything the game has to offer will have a lot of playtime to look forward to. East 10 Nordics releases on October 25th for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC via Steam, GOG, and Epic Game Store in the West.